Good morning, everybody. You are absolutely so welcome to our webinar this morning. My name is Helen Gavin. I am the CEO of Bullcraft Marketing. And hi, Alexia. You're so welcome. There's tons of people coming in at the moment. We are so tight on time, so we're going to kick off straight away. I am delighted to be here this morning with Dan Nestor from Vival Media. It's great to get that stumble out of the way nice and early. So delighted to be here with Dan. So this morning it's absolutely packed. We've so much we're going to try and tie in. We were down to 34 minutes earlier, so we're really going to get down to the 30. So we hope that you will leave here today inspired by the technology that's available in marketing at the moment, leave with some inspiration around Christmas campaigns, and also leave with some really, really great practical tips on how to level up your sales this Christmas. So without further ado, I am going to dive straight in. And hopefully everyone will pick up along the way. There is loads and loads of people coming in there, so that's really, really fantastic. So you're all so welcome this morning. So I'm going to talk about the future of brands and the power of social community. And I suppose this, what started in the brief has evolved, as all good things. It just gets better with time. So what I want to talk about and maybe start talking about is the digitization of organizations at the moment and the journey that they're on. And we see digital transformation everywhere. It's every industry, it's pharma, it's tech, it's software, it's ICT, it's manufacturing, it's retail, it's literally everywhere. And there is tons of different areas within it. We have big data, we have Internet of Things, we have cloud, we have automation, we have machine learning, we have so much digital. And the point of it all is really that we can ultimately create this frictionless experience within organizations. And that's both on the production side, whether you're making products, or on the process side, delivery, all of that kind of thing. And then from a marketing perspective, it's that frictionless consumer journey. And in a digital environment, it's frictionless consumer journey online. And what does that mean then? So, a frictionless experience is devoid of human experience or connection. And frictionless is not something new, it has been around for years. We have seen Amazon do this really, really effectively in terms of refining their operations and their systems and making the customer journey just so seamless. But the risk with making it so seamless is that does frictionless equal brandless? And what does that mean for a brand today? And the answer is potentially it does. So the more refined and the more smooth those processes become, there is the potential to erode brand loyalty. So brands exist in people's minds as associated memory structures. These are networks of thoughts, feelings, images, associations, colors, sounds, symbols. This is why brands spend so much money and invest so much time in developing their logos and all of these types of things, because they matter. Branding acts as a heuristic. It creates a shortcut, enabling people to draw quickly on this large body of association and knowledge to facilitate choice. I've just realized, actually, am I sharing my screen there? Can everybody see everything okay there?
We can hear properly. If you want
Yeah.
to share your screen, yeah,
Yeah, I just realized I went straight in and didn't actually share my screen. Here we go.
no
That's
problem.
okay. Just bear with me for 1 second in my haste and my passion for sharing all I know. Here we go. So can you see that okay?
Thank
There
you.
we go.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Okay, so we're here. So branding acts as a heuristic. It's a shortcut enable people to draw quickly on this large body of associations and knowledge to facilitate choice. And brand communications plays an important part in capturing attention to either reinforce or disrupt this mental network. So creating new ideas and memories, or adding strength to those that already exist. So if a frictionless experience isn't memorable and it lacks empathy, will there really be brands anymore? And that's the reality of the challenge for brands today. And that's how do we navigate that? How do we actually create this frictionless experience and still be meaningful in what we do, and still create those connections and still grow that brand loyalty? How do we do that? And it's a brand new future. Thankfully, we have technology and we have the power and we have the ability to be able to create a whole new marketing landscape and a whole new future around how we engage with our market and how we engage with people. So there is two: motivation and ability are the two key components to influence changes in consumer behavior. So a frictionless shopping experience enables ability, which is amazing, but it absolutely fails to address motivation. So to successfully address the motivation, a purchase balance is required. So this means that today's marketing is about two key aspects. It's about creating the purchase, making money, and it's also about creating purpose behind the purpose. So this is where this social relevance comes in. And thankfully, we do live in an environment where social and the impact of social and markets are so accessible. It is a two-way communication street. It is not one way, as we've seen historically, where we tell the consumer what we want them to hear. Now we actually get that instant feedback, we actually get that instant information, and we get that opportunity to engage with our consumers in a way that we just haven't before. And with that creates this unique opportunity for us to present our brands in a really different way and to really create brands with authenticity and with meaningful brands that actually really engage with purpose and really engage and focus on their DNA and why are they there, why are they here, what is it they want to deliver, how do they want their customers to feel, and to really talk about those parts. The product itself is sort of secondary to the experience that we can create with really good marketing built around that product. So if you consider these brands, consider Dove, consider Patagonia, Ben and Jerry's, Coca-Cola, think about Cadbury's, that gorilla playing the drums. Think about those kinds of ads where it's about really creation of joy and creating of these really deep, meaningful kind of emotions with our marketing that can really engage a consumer on a whole other level and really build that brand loyalty. So I suppose when you're looking at this for your own brands and the brands that you're working with, um, I would say approach with caution because there is so many topics at the moment. Sustainability being a huge one in terms of brands trying to attach to these societal trends. And sustainability is absolutely amazing, and every organization is expected and should be engaging with it. And they are, in fairness, most are. But be careful with how you position that. So this is just one organization who uh, added eco labeling to their products, but the impact was actually really negative. The product itself was very potent, very strong, but consumers perceived it to actually be weaker once they changed their brand positioning, and it really, really negatively impacted sales and the perception of the strength of the brand. So I would say really, really proceed when you're reviewing the brand's authenticity and what's in its DNA and what it stands for and what it is. Be very careful with the things that you commit to and how you implement those throughout the process. Sorry, I'm just looking at time here, and I know I'm running a little bit over. So communicating a brand's purpose. So these are the key kind of tools that we use, and this is how we do it. So social media channels, there is literally tons of them out there today. So you've YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, Be Real, so many, and more coming on stream. We've also seen a lot of digital out of house campaigns working really, really well and tying back into websites. So unfortunately, I don't have enough time to share some of those with you today, but we'll maybe do something on that again because they are absolutely brilliant and so, so powerful. And the other key one is your website. Your website is absolutely just such an important tool. So the key strategies then that we use, so social media feeds, positive, engaging, human contact, content for communities, sort of really try and develop that and really work with your content, be creative, bring out uh, all the things that make your brands really, 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 really special. Consider your employees, how, and we've seen this a lot in our space at the moment, where employees are becoming part of the conversation within organizations, and they are so important. I mean, your employees can be fantastic brand ambassadors for your organization as well. So it's really, really important to pull those out onto your feed, let them be involved, let them be part of it, open that whole story up. There's actually fantastic technology out there at the moment that actually tracks and measures and ties it back into employee performance. So that's something, maybe if somebody's interested, we can talk about that afterwards. Would also say to leverage societal trends, whatever's going on, try and tap into those things. Again, be creative. Um, and leverage user generated content. That's whether it's from employees, whether it's from online reviews, whether it's your own campaigns that you're creating. I cannot express and put behind enough strength to actually say how important this is as part of your social strategy. The long term benefits of it are absolutely huge. It really, really does create that loyal customer, and they become brand ambassadors and they become part of your social army. So really, really highlight how important that is for your Christmas campaigns. And then influencers, going nowhere, absolutely fantastic media channel. We also have a tool that helps us identify influencers in different people's spaces. So whether you're in different industries, and it also shows us how the level of engagement an influencer might be achieving on their channel, or an influencer is achieving on their channels, because it's not always about the influencer with the highest following. It is actually about the influencer with the highest level of engagement, and that's what will give you the best return on investment. So we can talk about that afterwards. So I just want to tap into very quickly social media content strategy. So these were 12 FMCG brands um, who have ran social media campaigns really, really well, and they saw an increase in sales growth. And the logic behind it was where they satisfied both cognitive and emotional components through their social content. So I just want to share with you, this is just one campaign, a UGC campaign, user generated content driven campaign, which performed exceptionally well. So more than so it's the hashtag share a coke campaign. There was more than 500,000 photos were shared using the hashtag share a coke hashtag. Consumers created and shared more than 6 million virtual Coke bottles, and Coca Cola gained 25 million Facebook followers as a result of that campaign. So it was absolutely phenomenal. So, really worth considering how you can do that for your company and your organization. And obviously, Coke are a huge company, but it's the idea and the concept is actually where the goodness is, and any size organization can do that. Laura is going to pop into chat just the list of other UGC campaigns which are worth looking at. And the reason we're talking about this is the stats. Why does it actually matter, and where does the value come from? So generated content is word of mouth in a digital form and invokes brand trust. In 2020, Edelman's annual trust barometer found that 70% of consumers believe being able to trust a brand is more important today than ever before. Advertising that contains consumer generated content is 28% more unique and 31% more memorable than traditional advertising. User generated content delivers 29% higher web conversions than campaigns or websites without it. And ultimately, the impact on bottom line. Companies that focus on the human experience are twice as likely to outperform their peers in revenue growth over a 3-year period, and have 17 times faster store growth than those who do not. And if that's not enough to convince you, people are also willing to spend 47% more on brands that treat them like humans. So this morning, I just want to share just some of the kind of key things to look out for this Christmas. So it's a highly competitive environment at the moment online, as a result of the digitization during COVID. Lots and lots of businesses who weren't previously online turned to online, and now they're there. The challenge for some of smaller businesses who are new to online is that bigger businesses with bigger budgets are making the environment more and more competitive. So the only way to really get around it is to be highly creative and to be very human centric with your campaigns, and that will win hearts and it will win market share this Christmas. Cookies obviously is also a challenge, but I won't go into too much. There's this we have to have them, and that is they're there anyway at the moment. So consumers want value. So it also say like weekend offers, time limited offers perform best. So think about your Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and think about those. and also the number of online shoppers that are online this year. So although we had lots of businesses coming online, we also had lots of people coming online. So there was a huge educational shift that's happened. So there is 16% more people online this year than there was last year. So I'm just very conscious of time. I just want to share with you guys just one video. So bear with me for one moment. It's just of a really good campaign where they've really managed to capture that emotional connection. So bear with me for 1 second so I can just share that. So, and
Excellent, very insightful.
thanks, Dan. I hope everybody's enjoying it out there. Good morning to those that joined a little bit late. We were saying with time, we just absolutely spun straight into it. So please let me know if you can hear this okay. Maybe Dan, if you let me know.
Yeah, all good.
Great, fantastic.
The power of light at night, so strong and so bright, it can be seen from out of this world. I have been lucky enough to research space and all of its beauty, float weightless in flight where life, energy and power take on a whole new perspective. I look up to the night sky in search of my purpose. I dream of becoming an astronaut. This year at Brown Thomas, we invite you to look up, to dream big and follow the stars. Explore beyond the boundaries of possibility. Brown Thomas, for an out of this world Christmas.
So that's one where they've really captured the human experience and really played into that really effectively. So a fantastic campaign for Brown Thomas. Well done to their marketing team there. So just before I finish up, successful brands cannot exist without friction. Emotion and empathy are cornerstones of connection. So, balancing your frictionless with meaningful friction will ensure your brand avoids the erosion of empathy and engage with your customers on a more meaningful and deeper level. And just one final thing. So Laura and I, on my team here at Bullcraft, we earlier this year attended a conference in Berlin, and I just want to show you, with all of the change that's happening and the technology and the impacts of technology and all of that kind of thing, I just want to show you just a snapshot of the future of what we can do with all of the information that's coming back from a marketing perspective and how we can really the things that are coming down the track. So I just want to share with you just this one innovation, which just absolutely blew me away. I was just like, wow, this is amazing. So I hope you enjoy it.
From a peace of mind, reckless but of mine. Fine walking into the unknown. From a peace of mind, reckless but of mine. Fine walking into the unknown. I have it now. Need I have it now. Need I have it now. Need I have it now.
And I'll just cut that there in the interest of time. But I hope you all really enjoyed it. And I am now going to hand you over to Dan, who's going to take over.
Super. Thanks a lot for your presentation, Helen. Very insightful. Definitely, innovation is the key now, and more and more brands should avail of these skills in the future. I'm just gonna share my screen with you guys now. Um, So mine will be an interactive presentation. If you just can confirm with me, Helen, that you can see my screen.
Yes, I can. Thank you, Dan.
Super. So again, nice to be here. My name is Dan Nistor. I'm a co-founder at Vivo Media. We are an e-commerce agency. We specialize in web design and web development, mainly using the Shopify platform. So the main question is your e-commerce website ready for the holiday season? Well, hopefully after this presentation, you will be able to answer that question yourself and take some action towards it. So I'll be speaking with you about 4 topics: homepage best practices, product page best practices, payment gateways and the power of payment gateways, user experience audits, and heat map analysis. So I'm just going to start with explaining what a heat map analysis is. You can see here screenshot of such a heat map from eBay. A heat map analysis is the process of reviewing and analyzing heat map data to gather insights about user interaction and behavior as they engage with your website and or sections on your website. So what you should look for when you do perform such an audit: see how far the users are scrolling, what buttons do they click on, what content gets ignored, and more things like that. And what do we aim for when we do such a audit? So what Helen said there, we have to create that frictionless experience for the user. If you want to stand out from competition, you have to have in place such audits and perform them on maybe on a monthly basis. So as you can see here, lots of users are clicking the free shipping text. My assumption now here is that probably they want to avail of that free shipping, or maybe they want more information on what criteria do I have to meet to get the shipping. You know, free shipping, some brands do offer free shipping, but maybe only on orders over 100 euros. So performing such audit, as I said, you are able to see what users are doing on your website. 3 questions that you have to ask yourself when you do such an audit. So are users seeing important content? Are users confused by non-clickable content? If we go back actually here, I am not 100% sure that the free shipping text here is interactive or clickable. So if you have sections like that, maybe it's time that you add a button there, you know, like a call to action button. And the third one would be like, are users getting distracted by unnecessary content? Maybe those are pop-ups that doesn't bring much value to your website and are just annoying the users. So think about these 3 questions when you perform such audits. Another example here is from Amazon.de, so Amazon Germany. As you can see here, the top 3 products or the most clickable ones from this page. And also what we can see is that the users love to click on images. So have a visual presentation of your store, of have a stunning product image. So images do sell. So who are those heat maps for, really? My opinion, it does not matter what you're selling or how many products you have on your website. It is absolutely mandatory that you perform such audits at least twice a year. Now, depending on how much changes you do, like on your design, you might want to consider a heat map over every new redesign. So at Vivo Media, after every new website launch, or redesign, we perform a heat map audit to find potential friction in the customer journey and unblock any potential barriers between the user and the conversion. Also, it's for everybody and for those who want to make their brand stand out among the competitors. Another thing very, very interesting about heat maps, or like let's call it a part of a heat map or a UX audit, or the session recordings. So as you can see here, basically what those session recordings are, or recordings on your users, how they interact with your website. So it's important to mention that you should try watch some recordings like this, both on desktop and mobile. Of course, start with mobile because probably on your business too, um, more than 70% of users come through mobile devices. And again, I just want to point out why we are doing all this. For example, if you have budgets to spend on marketing, on Facebook ads, on Google ads, you go to Helen and say, look, Helen, I have this budget. Let's bring visitors to my website. It's important to do great marketing, but it's also important that when you bring those visitors into your website, you want to convert these buyers into these visitors into customers. So you can only do that by having seamless and great user experience for them. I'm going to go to my next slide here, and I'm going to talk about the homepage best practices. I choose to show you the Body Shop, a very optimized wellness store that is definitely ready for conversions. So I'm just gonna show you the website here. And there are a few things that they do right here. As you, I'm just gonna go to a few points here. They use unique selling proposition, and they are using it right. So love your body. For example, from your video, Helen, the Brown Thomas, their unique selling proposition was out of this world. So if you have a unique selling proposition, please do use it on your hero banner or on your homepage somewhere. If you don't have a unique selling proposition, maybe it's time that you consider figuring out a slogan or yeah, unique selling proposition. Another thing is that they're using their testimonials for their advantage. So here you can see that's a huge testimonial on this product, and they're placing it right on the hero banner. They're also great in adding clear call to action on their homepage. So um, join to get the 20% off, join our community, shop this product. So it's important when you bring visitors to your website to tell them what to do next. Like we are bombarded with information nowadays, and okay, let's say that I see an ad of for the Body Shop, and I come here, but I'm actually very busy. I love their products, but I'm just can't think too much at this hour. And if I don't have a clear CTA, call to action, there are chances that I'm just going to leave the homepage very quick without taking any action. Social proof. So we discussed about that. Another thing is like spotlight, and make sure you promote your best products or your best collections. So they start with promoting their best product here on the hero banner, and then following by a featured collection. Definitely the Body Shop is ready for Christmas. As you can see, they're advertising on their page the advent calendar. And they also give you a sneak peek into their holiday gifts. Okay, I'm just going to go to the next slide now, which is the product page best practices. Again, just going to take us the example of the Body Shop. So we are here on their product page now, and the first thing that pops up are the reviews. So 4.6 from 5. Again, as Helen said in her presentation, it's important that you offer this social proof, this user generated content. So if we actually click on the reviews here, we can see what customers are saying about the brand, about the products, and you can actually have a feature on your website where you can allow users and customers to add a picture with themselves and the product. So if you have a custom website, maybe ask your developer to add that feature into your product page. If you're with Shopify, for example, there are lots of tools that can help you with that. Another great thing, or like this might sound very basic, but I see it very often. People like brands don't use the power of description, so they don't have a description to on their product page. Now, of course, the Body Shop does have a description, and this doesn't only help the user understand your brand, your product, but also helps Google understanding what you're talking about, and it also you have chances that will give you a boost in your SEO, in your search engine optimization, and you'll be found on Google.com and other search engines. The other thing about the Body Shop, they have a subscription model. So if your business allows to have this business model based on subscription, highly recommend it. It will help you with a few things. Of course, first is the cash flow, so you have monthly recurring revenue coming in, but also it will help you with forecasting on how much inventory, how many products to order from your manufacturer, from your supplier. And also it helps your users. You can offer like 10%, 15% off to your customers. And why not? Because they will be a long-term customer. So I think, in my opinion, it's a win-win. The wish list, I recommend having a wish list on the product page, and I'll tell you the reason why. Most of us are getting the wages at the end of the month. Let's say now you're on the 10th of October. I see an ad for the Body Shop on Facebook, and I love the product, but unfortunately, I don't have the money at the moment to purchase this product. There are chances that I'm just gonna wish list this product, and if the Body Shop has an email campaign probably set up, probably at the end of the month, I'll get a reminder, hey, you have this on your wish list, do you want to purchase the product? And at the end of the month, when my wage, when I'm gonna get my wage, I'll come back to the shop and I'm gonna purchase this product because I want it so badly. Bundles are very important for cross-sell and upsell. You can actually give a little discount here or free shipping when they purchase in bulk. And the other thing about this product page is doesn't matter I'm on the top of the page or at the bottom of the page, I have the sticky add to bag button, so it follows me everywhere. Maybe I didn't decide yet to buy when only seeing the top of the page, but I want to see the features, the benefits of the product, and when I'm here, I'm ready to buy. So try to implement the sticky add to bag, add to cart button into your product pages. The payment gateways, again, I'm gonna go through a website, an Irish brand this time, Gym Plus Coffee. They're an Irish brand that sells athleisure items, and it is a well-optimized e-commerce website using actually the Shopify platform. Quick fact about payment gateways. In 2021, 12% of online shoppers canceled their purchase because it wasn't possible to pay in the way they wanted to. So have multiple payment gateways on your website. As you can see here, Gin Plus Coffee does it right. They have Buy with Shop Pay, which is a Shopify feature. They offer you buy now, pay later with Klarna. And if you're not satisfied with what you see here, you can click on the more options, more payment options, and you can see that they also accept PayPal and Google Pay. Actually, I was looking on their website, and if we go on the footer section of the website, we can also see that they do accept, of course, Visa, MasterCard, Amex, and also Apple Pay. So ask your developer if you have a custom website to help you integrating these payment gateways. If you're using Shopify, it's a bit um, more seamless. It comes ready by default with a few payment gateways like that. And a thing, something that I hear very often is, okay, Dan, but those payment gateways, they take such a big commission. Well, look, I know they take a commission there, but 12% is a bigger number than the commission that they take. So you rather convert 12% of the user and not worry about the maybe 4 or 5% which those payment gateways ask you for. And actually, you're paying the commission for a reason. You pay for the cybersecurity, which is very, very, very important nowadays. So this was me for today. If you have any questions for us, please reach out at dan.nistor@vivomedia.com, or feel free to get in touch on LinkedIn with me, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have regarding your website. Thanks a lot. I think you're on mute there, Helen.
Course I am. Of course I am. Thank you so much, everybody. We're only 5 minutes over, so not too bad. So I really, really hope you've enjoyed this morning. We're going to try and do a few more of these, so please watch out for them. And we'd love your feedback. What do you want to know about? What do you want to learn about? If you've got anything, please do fire it our way. Both Dan and our contact details are in the chat. And I think some of you either, you'll catch us on LinkedIn or all social media channels. So please do reach out. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much and have a great day.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Helen.
Thanks, Dan.